Welcome back to Sandwich Lakes. This is my first match since February, I think, due to injuries and a few other problems. On peg 8 today. It's a bit windy, so long pole's definitely not going to come into play unless it settles down a bit. Just got to feed a 10-metre line, 2 wedge swims, and then far bank with a method feeder. See how we go. Huh? F1. Well, we're an hour in. Got one F1 with 2 skimmers on the pellet feeder. Trying to cast to the far side is a bit tricky because of the wind and branches that are overhanging, so I came short about 3/4 of the way out. I'll give that an hour. But I fed the 10-metre line for cream. First drop in I had a skimmer about a pound. Hopefully this rain keeps stopping and starting. Keep the skimmers coming, something to do until I go down the margin. Ground bait mix, the pole line is Primo mixed yellow, mixed with a little bit of Super Plus Classic. Very yellowy mix. Mix from the method feeder is expander protein, and I've just dyed it red. It's already kind of red anyway, but just added a bit more redness to it. Shooting corn today. Basically just bought pellet or corn today, and that's about it. Can't be bothered to faff around with small stuff. Two hours in, 2 and a bit. I've clicked about £20. Most of that's just skimmers on a 10-metre pole line. fishing a piece of corn. A few roach in there as well. Like I keep saying, I'm really crap at guessing weight, so I might have a bit more, maybe a bit less. But seems to be doing alright. Carp don't seem to be showing up too much at the moment, so just carry on with this. That's what I mean by my ground bait being pretty much just yellow. So I mean it is Brimo yellow. Seems to work quite well. I mean everywhere I've used it so far I've got stacks of bream on it, so there's a little bit of fish meal in there with the Super Crush Classic. Not much. Size roach as well. Just feeding a nugget of ground bait every now and again. Seems to be a pattern of every time I put ground bait in I catch one or two roach and then the bream come back. I'm not sure if the bream are preoccupied with munching on the ground bait or put them off. I don't know, I haven't worked it out yet. I want to keep putting fish in it, that's the main thing. Just 3 or 4 grains of corn over the top. The bream. Probably the smallest one I've had all day. We've got half an hour left. I've got between 35 and 40 pound I think, but most of that's still skimmers. I've tried to go down the margins. I was catching a skimmer smaller than what I'm catching on the pole, on the 10 metre line. So I've pinned that idea. Had a quick go on the feeder in between, and another F1 and more skimmer on that. Not doing too bad. I don't really know how the other guys are doing. In the end, he seems to be losing quite a few carp. Right next to me, there's a few on the method cross. I don't know how they're doing to the left. We'll find out at the end, I suppose. Wind's navigating things a bit awkward. Halfway in during the match I kind of started off the second line, just to the left. Got a few bream on that one as well. It's not as good as this line, but it's just somewhere else to go. While I was resting this line. So I've fed almost 2 tins of corn today. I've used that much corn in God knows how long. The roach have turned up again. Check the way in.
Down the clock to say.
Pathetic. Ain't finished yet.
Fucking hell, can we shove an anger?
Look at that! That's smashing, mate. All skimmers. Oh, is that all roach? Hell of a bag of fish, that.
Lovely job. Well, well on, mate.
You can't lay down there.
Mate.
What is the shot?